But a big shout out to all of the folks who are watching the replay of this. This is going to be a little live sourcing session. I'm just going to do a little bit of sourcing for you guys, show you guys my thought process behind it, and talk about the sourcing competition that is currently live. It is going on right now. And for some reason, the Facebook algorithm has been absolutely murdering the reach of any post I make about it. So your chances of winning it are actually pretty darn high because there's not many people who've entered. All right. Okay. So yeah, I'll be doing some sourcing here live, showing you guys my thought processes. The sourcing competition, which is going on right now, you can scan that little QR code. Oh, sorry, that's for sourcing camp, which is also coming up. We're sort of doing everything's all together. It's all happening at the same time. But the sourcing competition, I will throw a link into the chat here. Basically, I am looking for your best sourcers. I'm looking for people who are fantastic at sourcing, who are okay spending a little bit of time to send me a lead. Now, whatever you send me, like assume that it's going to tank. So if you're thinking that you're going to make a lot of money, and it's like, oh yeah, this is my best lead, I'm going to share it with Nate. Don't do that. Send me something that you're not going to buy. But the best lead will win. So we've got 3 different prizes going on. So first place is coming out with $500 that I'm just paying you out of my own pocket. And then the 2 runner-ups, so second and third place, are going to get free entry into our July sourcing camp. Let me find the link for you guys. There's sourcing camp. Let me see. Sourcing. There we go. This is the link I'm looking for. All right, I'll throw this one here into the chat. If you guys have questions about sourcing, let me know, or questions about anything that I'm doing. JD3D, awesome. Just had his first 1,000 profit month thanks to the last sourcing camp. That's awesome. Love to see it, man. That's sweet. All right. So yeah, I'm going to jump into a website. I haven't done any sourcing yet today. This was one of my off days. Just kind of been getting emails set and stuff like that, but I haven't done any sourcing yet today. So this will be fresh stuff. I sort of have a pseudo plan for how to find something mildly quickly on video here, but I'll find something and then I'll sort of show you guys how to enter the contest for yourself. All right. So let me share my screen here. Okay, and I'll move that over there. This is just the link to the sourcing competition. So I love to start at places where I'm pretty sure I'll get some early easy wins. I think a lot of sourcing is that sort of mental, like, how many roadblocks can you push past and push through and not give up? I think that's a huge part of sourcing. So what I like to do when I'm starting a sourcing day is I like to start with an easy win or two. Even if they tend to be sort of, they tend to get saturated, things like that. If it's something where it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure I can find something quickly at XYZ website, I usually like to start there just to give me that sort of mental win. So then I can keep going and look for something that's a little bit deeper, a little bit more niche, less competition, what have you. All right, so I'm going to start here with the Ulta website because there is this Ulta 21 days of whatever sale. Every year they do this 21 days of sales thing. And basically every day for 21 days, there's a different set of a couple items or a couple brands that go usually about 50% off, which is a considerable amount of money. And usually you can find some easy wins. So I'm looking down here. I know that Lancome, unfortunately, no one can sell Lancome on Amazon anymore. That's just something that happened a couple months back. RIP to all my friends who are flipping the Lancomes. Yeah, you can't do that anymore. Clarins is also like the it's like luxury beauty, which is restricted for most folks. So I'm not going to bother with that. But yeah, I mean, you could click through any of these and start sourcing stuff. We're going to shop here where it just shows all the different things that are 50% off. So we'll click here and see what we can find. All right. So I'm just going to start at the first one, and I'm going to try to keep. I'll try to keep you guys sort of in the loop as far as what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But feel free to ask questions if I skip over something or I'm going too fast or you notice something funky. So when I'm on a website like this, in my opinion, the easiest way to source is by using something like ASIN Zen, which comes with this AZ Insight. So I just right clicked on it and I can pull this up and it pulls up all of the Amazon listings right here on the side of my screen. Super, super handy. I love using this when I'm manually sourcing a website. So I'm looking for Ulta Beauty Collection. Let's see. Ulta Beauty 3-pack. All right, let me check this out. There's a couple 3-packs here. So lots of different colors. Automatic eyeliner. Automatic eyeliner. All right. So from this point, what I tend to so I'll use that first little section as sort of like the initial like, does something look interesting? Is it worth looking into further? From that point, I will open up an actual Amazon window. You can copy and paste this into Amazon. Again, an easier and this is also free way to do it is download ASIN Gadget. There is a paid version of ASIN Gadget, but the free version of ASIN Gadget gives you this, where you can highlight something, right click it. You see ASIN Gadget right there, and then I'm going to click Amazon US, and that will just open a window for me instead of having to do like copy paste all that jazz. All right. It was this 3-pack looking thing that we're looking at. And there's not a ton of reviews, so it's probably not the fastest seller. Yeah, 228. I mean, it sells. It's not going to be flying off the shelf, but it definitely sells. It's worth my time. I would sell that if I could find it profitably and pick up a couple. So let me check this. Okay. I see it is currently being sold FBM by that person, where it says like ships by. That's how I know it's FBM. That's all good. What is our price on this? And is it the same? Automatic eyeliner 3-pack. All right. So yeah, we just buy 3 of those. Matte black. This is matte black. I see the picture right there. My buy cost here is going to be $4 times 3. Yeah, this is why I'm saying like this sale is so crazy, because yeah, this is literally, I did not do this in advance. I did not prep this in advance. I literally just went to a sale that I know is pretty good, and you guys watch me. That's the very first item on the list. Hopefully, I'll do a little bit more because I want to actually find some losers, so you don't think this was a fake video. But yeah, if our buy cost is $12 and we're selling it for 38, that seems like a easy, clear winner to me. Now I do want to check the Keep a Graph. Historically, it's pretty slow. Let's see, it's been here for like 900 days. So at times it can be pretty slow. Just this past month or so, the past couple weeks actually, it picked up a fair bit. It sold. I don't want you guys to like count the drops and think that it's a sale. But it's been selling a couple times a week here. Not super fast, but a couple times a week. This would be something where, and yeah, there's only 2 offers on this. This would be something I would not go super deep on this, but I would get a couple. ASIN Zen is giving me an estimation of 8. I think that's reasonable, maybe a little on the low side based on what I'm seeing here. If you wait like another week, that would probably double. And then this would be the estimated revenue if you sold, like if you had 100% of the buy box, which is impossible, and sold every single one. Now for our sourcing contest, this is actually what I am using to sort of judge things, just to try to make things as fair and even and like quantifiable as possible. Take sort of like the human element out of things. So it's not just like, oh, what listing would Nate really like? Like, no, I'm trying to give you guys sort of this set of parameters that everyone will be judged by. So for this product, I would say this is worth 308, but that's not, that's not adjusted for this. So I would actually take this profit, 17. Let me pull up the calculator. Oh, you guys probably won't see that on your screen. I'll probably do it right here. 1749 multiplied by 8. So I'm taking the estimated profit right here and multiplying it by the estimated sales per month. So this particular ASIN, if you were to enter this into our sourcing competition right here, where you can enter your ASIN, If you were to enter that, this one would be worth 139.29. So to sort of like base your fines, like, okay, what's good, what's not good. It's not a perfect system, obviously. Like, obviously, you're probably not going to get every single sale on a listing, and there's some other funky things going on, but that's sort of the parameters that we set up to try to make things roughly fair for everybody. So, yeah, that's the first one. Let me do a little bit more. Hopefully, I want to find a loser, basically, so that you believe me that I didn't pre-do this. Ulta Beauty Collection cream eyeshadow and liner. I'm gonna highlight this. Pull it up in, pull it up in Ace and Zen. That's right. I'll pull this one. All right, pull it up in Ace and Zen. Is this going to be worth my time? And if you guys have questions, feel free to pop them over in chat. I'll be on here for maybe 10, 15 minutes today, just kind of going through a couple leads. Okay, juice infused lip oil. That's not a match. That's not a match. Ulta. There's lots of these like 3-packs. That's interesting. Used for jojoba and peach. So that's a match. There's only one rating, so I would be surprised if this is selling very well. But I'll click on it and check it. That's funny. It's the same person selling this, JLM Worldwide. And yeah, our buy cost on this is 5 times 3, so 15. So that all checks out. But yeah, if we look at this Keepa chart, I mean, if I were to get this, I would get one of it. I would not be going deep on this at all. This is one of those very specific cases where you can sort of count the number of drops. And I can say with relative certainty that this has probably sold 1, 2, 3 times since July 1st. So no sales, boom, there's a sale. No sales, boom, there's a sale. Normally you can't count the drops because it's just moving up and down too much. So I don't want you guys to get into the habit of counting drops or thinking that really is indicative of a whole lot. This one is such a slow mover that you can effectively count the drops, but not normally. If something's like, oh yeah, this has 50 drops per month, that's meaningless. That does not mean it sold 50 times per month. So don't look at that when you are sourcing. So I would probably pass on that one. But yeah, this is sort of how I go about sourcing for my own business. I'll pick a website, go through it from there, and just manually check everything. Let me see. That was this one. Is this all? Did I click on something that was like just the Ulta brand? I'm curious. What if I type in Ulta right here? I just looked up all of the products. Really, they're tinted. All right, so we got a couple good options to look into. Let me sort this by maybe. Wait for it. Holy smokes! My computer has stopped listening. I see that little bar spinning, and it keeps freezing. Wow. Yeah, unfortunately, this will. There we go. Oh, there we go. Best sellers. Okay, that's what I wanted to sort it by. So I just want to see what the best sellers are here. That's funny. What? Why? Huh? Well, I'm confused. 50 of those bought in the past month for the what? The 2022 makeup countdown set. This is like from Christmas. So, yeah, I don't know, but I mean the data doesn't lie. I can pull up the Keepa chart. That's a little funky. I'm kind of curious if I can find that. Wow, that is selling really well. Huh. Let me Ulta 12 Days of Beauty. Let me see if I can find this on the website. Maybe they're still selling it. It's probably just called 12 Days of Beauty since the website is Ulta. They don't need to rebrand themselves. All right. It doesn't look. Yeah, I expect this was something that was sold a ton around Christmas time, and then not after that, or maybe it's like an in-store kind of a thing. That could be it. That's funny. The Ulta Cosmetic pencil sharpener. That's only $9. I'm not going to look that up. This one right here, this intrigues me because the buy box is suppressed. How do I know that? Because there's no price listed right here. Amazon does this for a variety of reasons. Mostly it's to avoid bad PR because Amazon wants people to think that Amazon prices are the best prices. So if something is significantly higher than what the like Amazon robot scraping machines can find elsewhere online, they tend to hide it from public view. And then the way to find it as a customer, like if I wanted to buy this, I can't click buy it now. I have to click the see all buying options. So it sort of makes you go through a couple extra steps. It's not like a deal breaker or anything. It's nothing like oh, I'd never sell something with the buy box suppressed. No, no. Now the reason that it interests me is the reason why buy boxes get suppressed is usually it's because their price is so high. Their price is higher than what the Amazon robots can find online. So I see this Beauty Poreless Face Primer, and it is being sold. My program here is telling me $16.57. So let me see if I can find this real fast. Probably that one right there. Awesome. Yeah. 14 and 8. So we would need to check the size on this. This is for the 1 ounce. That's got to be that one, right? Travel size. Nope, that's a half an ounce. Wow. All right. So unfortunately, that is not profitable because our buy cost here is it was like $12, I think. $14. Yeah, you can't buy something for 14 and then sell it for 16 and expect to make any money. So there's our loser. This isn't fake. See, I promise. So yeah, the sourcing competition. Currently, there's like 2 or 3 entries. So I think it was 2 entries actually. So your chances of winning right now are 100% because the top 3 people will win. So just throw something in there, guys. If you think that you're really, really good at sourcing, then put your money where your mouth is and let me pay you for it. I'll give you $100 to the winner of the sourcing competition. So if you find something good, again, this is how I'm sort of calculating it. Well, sorry, not that. Taking the estimated sales multiplied by the profit. So let's just pretend that we are buying this for $5. If we buy it for $5, we sell it for $16.58. We are making $5.81 of profit. So if I take $5.81 and then multiply that by the total estimated monthly sales here, we get this number. And this is how I will sort of quantitate and I guess organize the different leads that come in. No, this is not a perfect system. I fully admit that. And I don't really love using these estimated sales, but it's sort of the only way that I can come up with making things fair and not making it just like, how does Nate feel about this listing? Because they're so subjective. Like, you can't really compare one listing to another. So to make it as unsubjective as possible, this is what we're doing. So enter that, guys. I'll post it here in chat again. Whoops, that's the this. There we go. Post this in chat. I'll talk about this briefly. So go here to that link. You can enter your ASIN and all of the information. Yeah, starts today and it ends on Sunday night, so on the 3rd. You can go over the rules here, but basically, use some common sense, and I will have final say if something doesn't quite fit or it looks a little wonky or something. I sort of have the final ability to veto something. I did have someone today comment in the group like, "Oh, so you just want me to send you our best leads and you're just going to steal them?" No, that's not what I would do. And I mean, the person was new in our group, and they don't know me. They're not like a part of the Hustle Buddies channel. They haven't been a part of our group. So to me, or to them, I'm just another random Joe Schmo on the internet. And yeah, it's a normal, like a valid concern to have for a random dude on the internet that you don't know. I'll send stuff I can't sell. Yeah, there you go, Callie, or Kelly. That's a perfect idea. Like if you're gated in something, send it in because you're not going to sell it anyways. But yeah, so if you don't know me and like me and trust me and all that stuff, I get it. I talked about a couple reasons, and first and foremost, like Hustle Buddies is one of the larger content places for Amazon sellers between our Facebook group, which I think is still the largest like arbitrage Facebook group on Facebook, our YouTube channel, all that stuff. Like we're pretty sizable. We're pretty well known. The value of my trust is significantly higher than the value of whatever like game show leads that you think you're sending me that I'm going to steal. Like if I stole a bunch of leads and then people started talking about that and it got out, the financial hit that I would take with the amount of trust that people would lose in me would be so much vastly greater than whatever profit I could make from selling the random leads that a couple people send me. So yeah, that's kind of the biggest reason. Like you don't really have to take my word for it. Just like trust the money. Assume that that I'm a greedy person and that I will do what is in my own best interest. And what is in my own best interest is to continue having people trust me. So stealing your leads would not be good for that. I don't have time to steal your leads. And really, like it's a 3-day competition. If you're like, I don't want you to send me every single lead that you're finding for the next month. Just take a weekend, find something good, and send it in. You don't have to really overthink it too much, but yeah, so that's the competition. Make sure you enter it. You have just a couple days, so we just started. Again, there's only 2 entries, so your chances are pretty high. Winner gets $500. Like I will pay you $500, and we'll talk about it on stream. I'll kind of go over what they found and how they found it, and why they liked it, why I liked it, all that stuff. So yeah, check that out. Also, the September sourcing camp is right around the corner. So sourcing camp is a fantastic. I'm just pulling up the previous Facebook page where we hosted the last sourcing camp. It is a fantastic experience for folks. Basically, I felt like a lot of the content out there, including my own. I don't want to like. I don't want it to come across like I'm throwing other people under the bus. This is including my own. I feel like a lot of content gives you sort of the theoretical, like, oh, here's how to do this. Here's how you could do this. Here's how you could do this. But it doesn't actually do it like with you and for you. Like there's no actual sourcing. Like I have a class where I'll teach you how to sell like Kohl's stuff, like bras and stuff like that from Kohl's. And yeah, it's great. And the content is valid. It's still good. It still works, all that stuff. And I'm still selling stuff, but it's just the theoretical how. It's not actually like, hey, come with me to Kohl's and let's go source together. That's like a whole different kind of experience. And that's what I wanted from sourcing camp. So we've done this a couple times now. The last one in July was incredible. I'm just pulling up the I'm just pulling this up now. I'll share my screen here. So this was back in July. What I did was I reached out to a bunch of sort of like normal, everyday, like your peers type of people. I didn't want these huge like content guru type people who are going to try to sell you on a course and all that stuff. I wanted just like the normal, everyday people who were in the trenches, actively selling, actively sourcing, where we could just sort of like sit behind them in sort of the passenger seat and watch over their shoulder. Like, okay, well, how are they sourcing? Where are they going? What are they doing? What tools do they use? Because like, for me, Nate, I can teach you all sorts of stuff, but I can only teach you what I do. Like I can't teach you every method and every style and teach you every single golden nugget that's out there. So I wanted lots of different people to sort of get together and share their little things. As a smaller seller, I think this is incredibly valuable because you see so many different ways of coming at sourcing. Some people here were doing retail arbitrage. Some people here were doing online arbitrage. Some people here were using Keepa. So like each one of these sort of albums or events was a separate camp counselor who was coming in to give us their little things. So like we had Alexa and Tracy were talking about selling things that said like assorted styles or styles may vary type of thing. Amber came in and was doing storefront stocking. Like she's doing $3 million stocking storefronts and mostly doing FBM. Like it's crazy cool what these people are doing. And these aren't like, they're not trying to sell you on something crazy. It's like, oh no, I'm willing to do this and let people watch me do it. So everyone here like actively actually sourced live. And then we got to watch and they would sort of talk us through stuff. So beginner sellers got a ton of value because you learned all of like the big picture stuff and what everyone's doing. Larger sellers, like, I mean, myself, even other people here stuck around and watched most of these. There's always those like little golden nuggets that as a larger seller, when you're doing things at scale, a little golden nugget will pay you thousands of dollars if you do it. So it's little things like, oh yeah, just hold. Like just the other day, I was talking to somebody about how like I couldn't highlight things on a website, and when I tried to highlight something to do my whole like right clicking thing, it would like click into the item, and it was just slowing down my process so much. I was like, is there a way where I can like force my computer to not click on this? Like even when I'm right clicking, like I can't highlight this. There's no way to do it. They're like, oh yeah, just hold the Alt key. I was like, what? And so like that little tiny nugget for me as a larger seller, I mean, that's saved me hours and hours and hours of time already. And that's hours and hours of my time is thousands of dollars of profit. So even little nuggets like that, I love. So yeah, tons of great stuff here. We've got some of these same people are coming for September. There's a couple of new folks coming as well for the September sourcing camp. But yeah, we're excited about that. Let me do a little bit more sourcing because I think my kids are still asleep. I was gonna do this until my kids woke up because we're thinking about maybe trying to go to Disney today, depending on how bad the weather is. Disney days, it's this delicate balance. You want the weather bad enough so that all the non-locals leave, but good enough so where you're not going to die if you go to Disney. All right. I'll go back into Ulta. Let me see if we can find anything else. Maybe I'll source tomorrow's sales. All right. So we're back here on the Ulta website. I could do this stuff, but it's getting later in the day. It's a little after 4 now. So let me check tomorrow's. How do I see tomorrow's sales? All right, help me out, guys. Where? I know it's here somewhere. Where's that little button that takes me to like the next day's sales? Not what's new. I want what's coming. Do I click on this? 21-day sale button. There we go. Peek at upcoming sales. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, so tomorrow we've got Tarte, MAC. I've sold lots of Tarte, sold lots of MAC. Evis, I don't think I've ever sold that, but I tend to stay away from perfumes and things. Fenty, I don't know if I've ever sold Fenty. And Benefit, sold Benefit. All right, let's check this. So Precisely, My Brow Pencil, waterproof eyeliner. All right, so Benefit Cosmetic eyeliner. I'll start here, see if there's enough interest to eyeliner to be worth my time to dig in further. Benefit liquid eyeliner. That's not what we're looking for. Eye pencil, brow pencil. Maybe. I'll click on this. All right, and then we'll get a little bit further into this. So right now it's 25, but remember tomorrow when the sale starts, it will be half off. So let me open this up on Amazon. We'll go from there. And if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing, or even if it's not about what I'm doing, even if you just have general questions, I'm here to help. Okay, so we are looking for. Move my windows together. Precisely My Brow Pencil. Benefit, I think it's that. Yeah, this one. Precisely My Brow Pencil, waterproof, 50. All right, so even at half off, if it's $12.50, that would not work. And I don't see any other colors there. So let me scroll down, see if there are other colors or styles. Aha. All right. So these are buy box suppressed. So most likely it means the price is quite a bit higher. Oh, but those are the mini versions. Mini. I don't care about mini. My Brow Pencil. Let's look in here. This looks like sort of the master listing. Kelly just sent an ace into the competition. Love it. Yeah, I think unless somebody else did something before I saw, I think you're the third to go in. All right. Let me see here. So if our buy cost is 12.5, selling for 23, not a lot of profit. A little bit. If I was already making an order at Ulta, yeah, I'd throw a couple of these in. Let me see. I could look through here if I wanted. You can manually check that stuff. I think a trick that a lot of people don't do is going in here to the variations tab and then sorting things by their price. So you can sort stuff by price to find like, all right, which ones are selling for the most, so that it'll be most worth my time. If you want to validate, yeah. So these all have ratings and reviews. They have different amounts. I think a lot of people put way too much value into this. Like, oh, I can't sell it because it's not the best selling one. Like this one's probably the best selling one. Like, oh, I can't sell this one. It only has 1% of the reviews. No, it's just there's less people buying it, but there's still people buying it, and there's probably less competition. But these all have a good amount of sales. Let's see. Neutral, medium, brown, ultrafine. Are any of these? So that one is flat for 25. Yeah, that's probably going to be our best bet, actually. Yeah. Either of these. I'll click on this one. And then I just want to double check. Precisely My Brow Pencil. Ultrafine. I would want to double check that this like ultrafine is the same Coolite. Precisely My Brown Definer. I don't see anything that says ultrafine. I think these might be different. And I'm not. That's kind of funky how it has the 0.002 ounce thing. Let me see. Is there anything on here? I'm just trying to verify if this is a match or not a match. It has that funky little cap. I think this is probably something a little bit different, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna just play on the safe side and say that's not a match and avoid it. Let me try to check one more for you guys. All right, just doing some live sourcing here. All right, let's check this this Fenty Beauty. Open this up, and then if you don't have all the tools and things like that, you can just highlight this. So Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Just highlight that, copy it, and then paste it up into here. Okay, let's see, Kilowatt Freestyle. Okay, so our buy cost, yes, today it's 40, but tomorrow it'll be 20. I think it happens at midnight. So tomorrow it'll be 20. Keep that in mind. That's not going to be worth our time. 20 into 22 that's not good. 20 into 36, that has potential. Ginger Binge Moscow Mule. So another cool thing, again, this is part of ASIN Zen. If anyone's like, oh, what's that little tool that's popping up down here? This is also part of ASIN Zen. If I click this little button, I have my settings set to like, tell me what I would have to purchase this at in order to hit 30% ROI. So this is a good, like at a glance. Yeah. So at a glance, this is going on half off tomorrow. So if I can find that for 20, that'll be a little bit over 30% ROI. So I'm looking for Ginger Binge / Moscow Mule. And it's one of these like dual toned ones. Mean Money, not that one. Not that one. This always slows way down. Let me see. Ginger Binge, Moscow Mule. There we go. All right, so free lead for you guys. Yes, today it's 40. Tomorrow this will be 20. So buy it now. Wait for tomorrow. Let's double check the sales on it that it is actually selling. I'll put 20 here as our buy cost. Yeah, $7, 35% ROI. I'm happy with that. I don't love it, but I'm happy. I'll put it in my cart. Very few sellers, only 4 or 5 sellers here. Pretty good sales rank. This is selling quite often right now. It's an older listing. I'm curious if I'm curious if this has been like hijacked at some point and changed, but regardless, yeah, overall, I like this. I would be adding this to my cart. Now for these Ulta deals, I don't recommend going super deep on anything during this Ulta sale because everyone and their mama is shopping this Ulta sale. So get in and get out quickly, or get in and hold on to it until like Black Friday, and then send all your stuff in that you bought during this 21-day sale. So, and yeah, someone else was saying the Ulta rewards really add up quickly when you become diamond status. Yep, very true. Yeah, lots of good coupons and rewards, things like that with Ulta. Oh, you don't use Seller Amp? No, I dislike Seller Amp. Yeah, I don't like Seller Amp at all. It's overpriced. It's the prettiest option, but the most expensive option. They have the best affiliate program, which is, in my opinion, why so many YouTubers and TikTokers and people like that use it and promote it. But it does not do a single thing that AceNZen does not do. Yeah, and there's a couple things that I feel like AceNZen does better. It has a prettier user interface. The UI on it is a bit nicer on Seller Amp, but it's more expensive, and I don't want to just spend more money for that. And for the average user, I actually don't even recommend AceNZen. For the average user, you should just use the free built-in part of Inventory Lab. It's called Scout X. This, like AceNZen and Seller Amp, they have a few extra features. But if you're a newer seller with a smaller budget, don't spend your budget on tools. Spend your budget on inventory. So stick with the free stuff. But no, I do not use Seller Amp on it. I don't really like Seller Amp. I think it's overpriced and overhyped and not as good of a tool. Let me see. Somebody else. Let me read this. Oh, actually, I can't. Yeah. We did their Diamond Rewards a few weeks ago where they did 10x points. It equaled $600 spend, receive 370. Holy smokes. So like more than 50% cash back, basically. Yeah. And a lot of people, like for me with Kohl's Cash, for example, officially, like my buy cost is whatever my receipt says. But unofficially, when I'm sourcing, if I know that I'm earning like 50% cash back or Kohl's Cash or whatever, or this Ulta Rewards, like I account for that mentally. And when I'm looking at leads and sales, like let's say, let's just pretend for this, for example, if our buy cost was $30, and it's like, that's not a win. Or maybe I'll use 25, where it's like right on the cusp. It's like 25. A lot of people will be like, I'm going to pass. That's not enough profit. But if I know that I'm buying this for $25, but I'm receiving 50% of that as like a cashback reward, I will sort of do the mental math of, I'm really actually sort of spending like $12.50 here after everything is said and done. So no, officially don't put that on your official sheets or anything like that for your bookkeeping. That'll make your life a nightmare. But as far as like judging, is this lead a good lead, or is this ASIN a good ASIN or a bad ASIN? Definitely account for the cash back when you're doing that for your own self on the front end when you're sourcing. If it's one of these like, it's $25, it doesn't quite fit my parameters, I think it does. If you're getting cash back, I think this would more than hit it. If you're buying this for 25 and getting like 50% back in cash back stuff, yeah, that's awesome. Dang, 600 spend, received 375 in reward money. Yeah, sweet, awesome. All right, that is it from me. I think my kids are waking up from their nap, so I hope you all enter the sourcing competition. All you got to do is send an ASIN. And if you find a better ASIN tomorrow, send that one tomorrow. It doesn't really matter. You can enter more than one. This isn't like, send me 20 and I will judge your best one. No, please don't do that, because it's going to waste my time. And then it wastes a bunch of your leads. So just send me like your best. And then if you happen to find a better one, you can send that in. I'm not going to be a stickler like, you sent more than one. But yeah, send me your best. So far, there's not a whole lot of people that have entered, so your chances are pretty high that you can win $500 or the free entry into July's sourcing camp. And you do not have to be a part of sourcing camp in order to enter. It's a free competition. Anyone can enter. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you guys later.